Hello, it's me. Sorry. Hi, it's me. It's in fact me. But I'm here to do basically the Q&A point two. So when I asked for people to send in when I asked people to send in questions, most of them were actually all about my dance life, which I was pretty surprised about because I thought everyone just thought I'd done this for the banter. I didn't actually think or realise people knew that I genuinely did this for a living, believe it or not, because everybody in TikTok, most people think I'm shite, so that's awkward. But yeah, so I'm going to just talk about my journey, basically, just talk about the whole journey, and I thought, why don't at the same time I do my makeup? Not that anyone's desperate to know how I do my makeup, but maybe it'll be good for me to actually keep occupied while I chat shite. So just to warn you, I probably will go off on a tangent because I'm prone to doing that. Here we go, let's buckle into this dance journey, shall we? So where do we even begin? Oh, well, firstly I go in with a say my name. Whap that on the noggin. So I started dancing when I was like 2. I mean, the same as most people, my mum was like, chuck her into that, give her something to do. That's where it all began, to be honest. I really like fell in love with it from the get-go. Even remember when I was like 6 doing at like my local dance school. A pizza, can't take a bad chicken and a pizza. McDonald's. Mate, that was my I just loved it. I've always been like a wee performer. Always wanted to be like front centre like that. Here we fucking go. Which is actually so funny because, and you know, as I was contemplating talking about this, I was like, I don't want to come across as a negative Nancy, but at the same time, I'm just going to speak from experience because as much as there's so many positives when it comes to dance, and I have so many incredible memories just throughout my whole lifetime, there's also the other side. But just with many things in it, not everything can be good. That's just no real life. But I was just reflecting myself how confident I used to be when I was younger, and how when you grow up, just that is the change. But yeah, when I was younger, I just used to love it. I was such a wee performer in from early stages. Oh, once again, say my name, say my. Does anyone actually know how to pronounce this? God knows. But it's the tin, the slip tin, and I've actually just recently. This is a new thing I've started using, and I love it. I actually I love it so much. So yeah, the passion started from a really early age. I done everything like tap, ballet, jazz, modern, all that shit. I also done Highland dancing, which is good old traditional Scottish. Had a kilt and everything. Done the swords. Ding 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 ding. It wasn't the best, but I gave it a good go. Then go in with my Hourglass concealer, cover up the places that need it, which I'm telling you now, my chin, mate, I just do not know what is going on with my chin. I've had problems with it for a long time now, and I'm at the wit's end. I really just don't know what I'm supposed to do. But anyway, there's worse things going on in the world. So yeah, I went to a good few different dance schools when I was younger, and then left high school early to go to a college in Scotland, which now is called West College Scotland, but back then was Reed Care. I studied there for 2 years, and I think that was when I started to like take it really serious. I always loved dancing. It's funny because I think, when was it like I realised like, oh, I want to do this for a job, which I don't really know the moment. It just kind of happened. There wasn't really anything else. There wasn't any other subject in school that I really enjoyed or wanted to pursue. There was nothing else that I really wanted to do other than perform. That is just all I wanted to do, and it just made sense for me, and I was like, dance college it is. So I studied, yeah, in Reed Care for 2 years. And then that's when one of my teachers there had let me know about like furthering my career down to London and going to university to study down there. And that's the thing. I mean, you can still obviously be successful and do creative things in Scotland, but I feel like if you do want to take your career a step further, you need to get out of Scotland basically, because there isn't obviously as much opportunity. So I moved to London when I was like 17, 18. An audition for Ardang. Oops. Oopsie. Did a poopsie. Now I just go in with a Rare Beauty eyebrow gel. This is a new purchase and I love it. Yeah, so I auditioned for Ardang. Thankfully got a scholarship, which thank the good Lord, because if it wasn't for that, would I be going? No. Do you think I can afford that? Jesus Christ. So I was so lucky that I got that and I was able to pay for my tuition fees. And what would I say about college? I mean, again, I feel like everyone's experience is different. Oh God, and it's hard because when I moved there, again, I was like, what, 18, 17, 18. You think you're an adult, but you're not. I really thought like I knew everything and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll move to London. But I don't think I ever realised just the impact and how like heavy I guess it would be moving away from home, not having my family, not having my friends. Because again, I was moving a whole country. It's not the longest from Scotland to London, but it was completely different from what I knew. Like literally starting a whole new life at that age. So yeah, went down to Ardang. The training was incredible, met amazing people, but just went through some personal things while I was there. Yeah, college was a testing time for me, and I think probably just a lot of it shaped who I am now as an adult, because I was super like so confident when I was younger, especially in I don't know why I blew that, it's a cream product, why did I blow that? I was so confident when I was younger, like back in Scotland. When I went to college, I mean, just kind of certain things that I get involved in, like personally in my life, that kind of took away from me. And I guess I maybe didn't really make my training like a priority, which again, that's my own problem, and definitely learned from that. I mean, I don't think going to college is a be all and end all. I think definitely if you want to go into musical theatre, 100% it's a good thing to do. But if you want to just do like TV and more commercial work, you don't have to go to college. You can definitely just go to class and obviously still make sure you're getting your training, but get around the good people. I keep blowing that. Why am I blowing the cream product? Yeah, just make sure you're around the right people, making the right connections, and you can definitely still make it. You don't need college. Also, I think just for like discipline and training opportunities, college is definitely a good thing to do. I'm 100% grateful and thankful that I done it because I got so much from being there. So I'm really grateful that I done that. But again, I don't think that you need to go to college to be successful. It's not like a be all and end all for your career. I think I totally forgot to let you know what I put on my eye there, but it was the Charlotte Tilbury. It's actually like the bronzing, which I do that quite a lot. I usually just use my bronzing products for my eye. A wee 2-in-1. And when I do that cream, now I can blow it. I go in with my Hourglass bronzer and just set it in. Listen, I'm definitely no makeup guru. I just hope for the best. So yeah, done college so long so long ago that all happened. I graduated in 2018, which when you actually think about that now, 2018 was ages ago. Ages. Anyway, went to college for 3 years. Then I left a little bit early because I auditioned for Thriller Live in the West End. Got the job. That was my first professional job. I had a ball in that show. One good thing about doing that show was I realised that that's not what I want to do. As much as I did have like an amazing time, I mean, don't get me wrong, the show was, Jesus Christ, that was hard on the body. Yeah, I was in it for like a year and a half, nearly 2 years, and I just realised that being in a musical really wasn't for me. Again, that's not, because for some people that's their perfect scenario and it works for them, but just doing that same thing day in, day out, it's not for me. It's just not. As much as I love the show, I love Michael Jackson and the music and everything about it. Listening to his music and dancing to his music every night was like an absolute dream come true. But just, yeah, doing the same thing day in, day out. I get bored easily. It was like, 8 shows a week? You had one day off. The whole show, which I am so grateful and I'm so lucky for, and I'm still to this day really good friends with all the girls that were in the cast. I had an amazing cast, which definitely helped like a billion. So that really helped the process. But you had one day off a week, and because the show was so challenging and hard, say for instance the show started at like 7:30, you had to be there for warm-up starting at 6. By the time you need to leave it's like 4:30, so you don't really have much time during the day. in the time that you do have during the day, you need to rest from the show the night before. Then you get double shows on the weekend. Like, you really didn't have a life other than the show. That is really loud. What even is that? You rude bitch. Kid on. So yeah, other than the show, I didn't really have anything else going for me. I just didn't really, yeah, I just didn't really like that. But I did love the show, and I'm so happy that I'd done it. I had amazing memories. Again, met amazing people. My family got to come and see me. It was in the West End. It was definitely a dream, and I'm so happy that I ticked it off the box. But I was just glad that I then knew, okay, this is this is not what I want to do. Like, musicals aren't really for me. Just so you know, I'm just gonna be shadow wing liner. Right, who is running their taps that loud? Thank you. I just do a wee shadow, a wee rough. Here you, I'm actually about to lose the plot. Anyway, I just done a wee shadow wing liner there. She's a bit rough, but does the job. And I go in with some bad gal, bang, my benefit. Try and get those eyelashes to touch the eyebrows. But yeah, once Thriller was done, again, my contract was like pretty long. I was in it for like just over a year and a half. COVID hit. Boo. So that was kind of hard because when I went from college straight to Thriller, I didn't have a chance to like obviously realizing I didn't want to be in musicals anymore. I was like, I want to go into the commercial world, so do like TV, film, music videos, live performances, work with artists, that sort of job. That's like a whole separate world from the musical theatre land. So I hadn't like made myself known in that world because I had transitioned straight from college to the musical theatre world. I felt like after I finished Thriller, I was really just like starting all over again. So that was pretty daunting, to say the least. And then obviously it being COVID as well, our industry just went to shit. So that was a little bit challenging trying to figure that out. But I was really, really lucky. I got a job. Yeah, my first professional job commercial was with J. Revell, and that was Britain's Got Talent for James Arthur, I think. And the good thing is about this industry, I feel like once you open one door, it can lead to so many different things. So once I got to work with Jay and had built like a really great connection with him, it created so many more opportunities for me, which I was so grateful and so lucky for that that's like then blossomed my career into so many different things. So yeah, I've been super lucky and got to work with incredible people, incredible artists. I've got to dance on like some of the most incredible stages, and I'm so grateful for all the opportunities that I've had. But I just kind of wanted to talk about, I don't know, just because I think no one actually prepares you. No one prepares you for being a dancer as an actual real life job. I mean, certainly nobody prepared me. And again, I don't want to be a negative Nancy because there is so many incredible things that come with being a performer. But there also is that other side that I guess I kind of wish I knew or was prepared for, just like mental wise, because not only does your physical body get tested, your emotional, mental, literally everything gets tested as a performer, let's put it that way. And it may seem all glitz and glamour, but behind the scenes, trust me, it's not. But again, I don't want to put a big downer on it. This is just my experience, and I'm sure everyone else's is different. It's just my wee take. And again, maybe if I could give advice or little words of wisdom to people, how to maybe approach situations or mentally how to deal with things, I'd like to try and help. I actually just go in and stay at the powder under my eye a wee bit, just a wee bit. I'm not really a fan of powder, you know. Not like a huge matte gal, but I understand it is actually needed because sometimes I can be looking a wee bit sweaty. So yeah, I think with this being a dancer, whatever, I feel like when you start to change a passion into an actual job and something that you need to make a living from, it definitely changes things. God, this industry is hard. It's not for the faint-hearted. There's so many things that come with it, and you need a strong sense of yourself to even get through just for you, which was something that I didn't growing up, I didn't really have. And thankfully now, as I'm getting older, I'm getting so much better with that. And I also do think it is just with time that you learn to love yourself more and be your biggest fan. But I do think you have to really, really love yourself, because that's the thing. You are your product, you're selling yourself, and you're putting yourself into a situation where you're getting judged off like who you are. So you're questioning yourself all the time. You're wondering, am I good enough? Do I look good enough? Do I dance good enough? Am I as good as her? Am I good as all this constant comparing? And I feel like even though we're naturally forced into compare, my biggest advice would be to not do that in any circumstance. Because I'm sure we've all been there. I went through a phase where I was so bad at it. And again, at the end of the day, you cannot be anything in this world other than yourself. You can't dance like her, you can't dance like him, you can't look like her, you can't act like they, like, you just can't. You're you and that is it. So you need to nourish that, you need to take care of that, you need to find whatever it is that you're special at, what you're amazing at, and really push that to the biggest degree that you can. Because if you ever, and I know it sounds quite generic, but if you ever try and be like anybody else, you just have no chance, really. I always feel like everyone always strives and wins in life when they're simply being themselves. It's always the way. Any times that I've just not gave a fuck about anything and just been me, that's when I've ended up thriving the most. And I know it's definitely easier said than done, because again, when it starts to becoming like, oh, you need to get jobs and you're comparing yourself to the people who are getting jobs, everybody's journey is different, and that's another thing that I think people need to remember. So maybe because this other person, they're in every job, or they get a job like 2 months into their career, or they're never off work, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Everybody's journey is different. Just because theirs happens in a certain amount of time doesn't mean yours isn't going to happen, you know? You need to really just trust in yourself and just zone in completely to you, who you are as a performer, who you are as a person. Just focus on that. And it's really hard to fall and not do that, and like I said, compare and look at everyone else, but just do yourself a favour and don't do it. I feel like for this industry especially, you really need to have thick skin, have a shit ton of self-worth, which at the end of the day, you should, because you deserve it. Why should you not? You need to be your biggest fan. I've definitely wasted too much time putting myself down, not thinking I'm good enough. This now actually just became a wee therapy session. Sorry if I'm going too deep, but I just thought when I was making this video, I was like, I want to actually just share genuinely how I feel towards this industry and how it's been for me. Because again, it has been incredible. I have had the most amazing experiences, but there is so much more to it than just seeing these incredible performances, you know, and like getting to do these amazing jobs. And I think looking after yourself and everything that's going up here will help all that other stuff come into fruition and actually happen for you, you know? So yeah, just make your mental health a priority in every way that you can. Do not compare. Do not compare. You are who you are for a reason. Learn to love that. Force yourself to love that, because sometimes I have been there and I spent so long like not loving myself. I got to the point where I was like, I just had to like lie to my brain, and I would look in the mirror and like tell myself all the things that I love about myself. And then before you know it, they actually start to stick. When you're giving yourself that positive like what's the word? Positive affirmations, or like, I can't think what it is, but you're letting yourself know all the positive things, it starts to actually make an effect. So yeah, I think the biggest thing is, oh yeah, road. What colour is this? Toasted teddy. Yeah, the biggest thing is not to compare. It is your journey, and no one else is ever going to be the same as you, and that is just a fact. Be your biggest fan, because you also deserve it. You deserve it. Why should you not love yourself? Like, why should you not? That is not fair. Do not do that to yourself. So yeah, don't compare, be your biggest fan. And then I think also, just another wee tip, obviously getting all the training, doing whatever you need to do to be the best dancer that you can be. I think also people underestimate or don't give enough importance to actually just being a good person. Not saying that not people are good person, but I think to get in these like professional jobs, yes, obviously you need to be an incredible artist, incredible dancer, but that's just a given. You're obviously expected to be great at that, otherwise you wouldn't be on the job, you know. But I think people also forget how important it is to be a smart dancer, to be great to work with, also being kind to who you're around, being nice to all the people that you work for, the choreographers, directors, production, the crew, the wardrobe, the makeup, all these outside people. If you're not a nice person, if you're not respectful to all these people, who the fuck's gonna want to work with you? I wouldn't want to work with an arsehole, would you? So I definitely think, as much as obviously honing your craft and being an amazing dancer, don't forget to be a great person as well, and be someone that people are going to want to keep bringing back to work with. If you're someone that brings amazing energy into the room and can pick things up and help the choreographers, just trust me, their job's hard enough. If you can make their job easier with being a delight to work for, mate, your career is gonna be booming. Trust me. So yeah, also don't forget about that. Don't forget about just being a good wee human, because it never goes wrong. It definitely doesn't. And I know I keep saying it, but I don't want to put like a dampener on just the whole situation, or like put anyone off being a creative. If it is your passion, then 100% go for it. And I genuinely believe, when you love something that much and you want it to make it happen, I believe everyone can, 1000%. Just never forget, like ever, ever, ever forget why you do it. Because again, when you start to make it your job and you're having to do it for money and to make ends meet and to pay the bills, pay your food, all of that stuff, you start to lose the passion for it and lose the love. Like, it's really easy for that to happen. So I think it's important to always keep for yourself the why, and really never ever, if you can, lose that love for it. Because I went through a stage, I don't know where it really started. I think also it was a lot of like personal things just within my life that affected my self-confidence and my self-worth. I went through, God, for years, like never ever believing in myself and putting myself down all the time, so bad that it did affect my dancing. Like, I genuinely, and I still kind of struggle with it now, I genuinely sometimes can go to class and be so anxious to dance and like perform in groups at the end. Like, the anxiety riddles me, which is so crazy, because you think this used to be something that I loved more than anything in the whole entire world. And then, because certain situations, I've let that take over me, you know, and it's sad. So that's definitely something that I'm working on myself, to get that back, because I don't want to feel like that, and that's not what it should feel like. We've been given, not to sound cheesy, but we've been given this talent. We should be able to share it and love it and benefit from it, you know, not be scared or like get stressed out. Because I just think to myself, mate, why am I stressing? Should not be stressing. And again, like, how lucky we are to do this as a job, and I'm here stressing out my nut. Mate, no thank you. And then I just top up the blush. Guys, I've now upgraded to 3 blushes. Coming from a gal who used to never wear blush, and then now I'm an absolute maniac for a blusher. I need to get a grip. I really just think the biggest key is just being yourself. I think everyone wins when they're truly sticking to who they are, not trying to be anyone else, not trying to be anything other than just who they are. Just going in with some wee freckles. But yeah, always just think, be yourself in every way that you possibly can. Loving yourself and not getting lost to this shit is way more important than anything. So yeah, never lose that. And just always remember that why you do it in the first place. Go back to the reason you started dancing before money was ever involved. You're trying to make a living. Always remember where that passion started and ignited from, because that'll always just bring you back to where you're meant to be. Mate, I'm literally just obsessed with putting on a wee lash at the moment. I just love a wee corner lash. It just makes such a difference. But if anyone's got like any specific questions, like maybe about how to get into college, or maybe how to speak to agents, anything like that in the actual industry, or just anything else that you would really want or need to know, please just drop me a wee message. Hopefully I'll find it. I'm not the best with my messages, but even if, leave it in the comments if you want to ever like find anything out, and if there's any way I can help or give advice, I would love to. So if you've got any other wee questions, any specific ones, drop them in the comments and I'll get back to you. Alright. I need to show you. I do not know how to pronounce this brand, but Sachet Away. It's a new lip liner. No, a lip tint. Is that what? A lip stain. Got there in the end. And I love me. I'm a lip liner and a gloss. Just lip liner, clear gloss, boom. The only problem is with that, like my lip liner comes off within 5 seconds. But with this, I literally just got it. Yeah, I tried it for the first time the other day and it stayed the whole entire night. The whole night. I'm not even joking. I didn't even need to put lip liner on. I like touched it up like just before I went out, and it was on the whole entire night. It was astounding. So this is my new holy grail. I just outline, and I don't know what colour it is, it's like a brown colour. Outline the lips as if it's my lip liner, and then I like colour it in a little bit. It says you need to leave it on for 20 minutes. No, you don't. I literally leave it on for all of like 5 minutes. Really, just until it's dry. And then you literally just peel it off and you're ready to rock and roll. It's actually phenomenal. So then that's kind of it. So we'll just let it dry. Shall we have a convo with my lips like this? That might be a bit scary. Are you ready? They're dry. Watch this shit. And I remember I had one before and you used to have to like rub it off and then it would actually kind of be all over your mouth. But this one, mate, you literally just pull it off in one. Unbelievable, Jeff. So yeah, I fucking love this product. If I can get it off my finger. Stuck to my finger. Yeah, we're coming to nearly the end of the makeup tutorial in the little questionnaire. Again, thanks for anybody that sent in. Oh, that one's a little touch. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Then I just go over it a little bit, just to set it in. We whirl from MAC to round it up. Don't want to be negative Nancy. Just close my finger in that. But I just want to prepare people, because it's not all glitz and glam. And I just want you to, again, remember, don't compare. Love yourself. Which I know is the most generic thing to say, but like RuPaul says, if you don't love yourself, how the hell you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen? No, but genuinely, love yourself, because you have to. You're going to get no's, you're going to get people making you feel like you're shite. You're not, okay? Just believe in yourself. Get a fucking bit of delusion. Delusion's good. To just listen to moderate extent. Never forget where you came from. Stay humble. We're not out here saving lives. It's not that deep. Your journey is your own journey. Never compare it to anyone else's. Just be your fabulous wee self. Life is short. Remember that. Too short to worry, too short to stress and to get ourselves down and put ourselves down. So be your number one fan. Go out there and be a wee superstar, because you are one. Aye, just be yourself, because nothing's better than that. I'm telling you, nothing is better than being yourself. But anyway, that is it. I don't even think I've really told you what I've done with my makeup, but you don't want to know anyway, because I'm fucking shite. Aye, I hope that helped anybody. I hope I let you know. Do you know, the questions get asked that long ago, I can't even remember. I can't even remember half of them. I think I really just came on for a wee therapy session. But anyway, thanks for watching. As always, I love yous all. Let me know in the comments if you've got any more questions or any other videos that you would like to see from myself. From moi. I have a lovely day as always. I'm sending lots of love and see you later.